Coming up next, Casey Hazelwood is a 150-pounder from Sherman, Texas. He'll go 4 rounds of full contact action with Jason Fenton, a fighter from north of the border in Alberta, Canada. We've got a super welterweight bout for you now from San Jose. 4 2-minute rounds of full contact action. On the left of your screen, Casey Hazelwood. He'll be wearing the red pants from Sherman, Texas, going against Jason Fenton from Alberta, Canada, in the white pants. Both fighters coming in at 150 pounds. And you look at some of their bios, Mike, and really the name that stands out, Casey Hazelwood's corner is not his own, but Troy Dorsey's helping him out there in the corner.
That's right, Troy Dorsey, a combination champion, kickboxing and boxing, world champion in both sports. He's one of our most impressive and longest lasting champions in kickboxing. He's held that lightweight title for about 6 years.
Well, if Hazelwood's going to pick up some of the traits of Dorsey, what can we expect to see in this fight?
He'll be aggressive. He'll constantly go forward. He'll be a very good kicker, particularly with spinning kicks as the saw, and with his roundhouse kicks in combination with his punches.
This is an amateur fight, so Hazelwood allowed to wear the headgear. Optional. Of course, decides not to.
Go, Casey. Yeah. Go, Casey. And answer right away. Go, Casey. Yes. Go, Casey.
This fight is very experienced for him. Fenton with 20 wins, 4 losses, 2 knockouts. 26 fights for a 20-year-old. That's a lot of action.
Go, go, go.
16 fights for Hazelwood, also 20 years old.
Answer. Forward. He's loading for the big right.
Big action from Hazelwood after the miss by Fenton, but then Fenton stuck his heel into the mouth of Casey Hazelwood.
Excellent 3-punch combination by Hazelwood, but Fenton sure got himself out of trouble with that front kick.
Hands up. Keep your hands up. Hands up. Right. Show you.
Did a red line on the back of James Fenton after he went into the ropes, and then he took Hazelwood down to the canvas.
Don't turn it back. Yes.
So far, very impressive strategy and tactics by these 2 young fighters.
Keep it going. Turning them.
Particularly like the way that Hazelwood punches and kicks.
Now, answer right away. Yes. Attaboy.
Jason Fenton, very patient. Good action in round number 1 between Casey Hazelwood and Jason Fenton. A lot of action there. Hazelwood came out looking to be the aggressor, but Fenton turned out to be very patient and a good counterpuncher.
Here's that combination, finished with an uppercut, was coming in for the kill, and the front kick landed flush on the chin of Hazelwood.
As Hazelwood came in,
that front kick lands flush on the chin, and it's really a credit to the training of Hazelwood that he wasn't knocked out with that kick.
there is Jason Fenton from Alberta, Canada, getting set for round 2. This is scheduled for 4 rounds. Certainly a very active round for both fighters. The first, and they come right back to action in number 2.
Fenton coming out strong, but a good front kick by Hazelwood. Again, the kicking of Hazelwood is very impressive.
Hazelwood may have hurt Fenton with that right hook.
Don't turn your back, Fenton. Keep your eyes on him. Gas to him. And again. Yes, again.
Right out. Right.
For an amateur, I'm really impressed with the way Fenton handles his kicks.
Tuck and go. Juice.
Hazelwood seems to be a little quicker with a punch off the mark.
Hazelwood's getting in first, but Fenton's an excellent counterpuncher. Just missed with that roundhouse kick to the head.
Suck it up. 5 to go. Go, Jay. Come on, buddy. Set it up. Set it up and go. Hey, 4. Go. Left, right. Load it. 3. Let's go. Hey. Hey. 2 to go. Hey.
Both fighters big right by Hazelwood to the jaw of Fenton.
Fenton's playing a great strategy. He's taking his time. He knows that Hazelwood is a little slow off the mark. The only thing that's keeping Hazelwood out of trouble is his hands are quicker.
That spinning back fist by Fenton really took Hazelwood by surprise.
Hey, didn't do his face. Over coach in here. Let's go.
Spinning back fist hits with tremendous force. Fenton didn't quite get all of his hip into that spinning back fist. Otherwise, he would have taken Hazelwood down.
10 seconds.
20 of action to the first two. 2 more rounds are scheduled in this full contact fight. Back with more from San Jose on ISKA Kickboxing on the Deuce right after this.
Hazelwood generally getting off first, but Fenton with good strategy. Quicker hands belong to Hazelwood, however, and he gets out of trouble the same way you just saw, by getting in the last punch or the most punches in the flurry.
In the flurries, both fighters are landing, but usually ends up with one landing a big punch in the tangle. And now we're into round 3, scheduled for 4.
One of Hazelwood's problems is, although his kicks have been fairly impressive, he's not very flexible. You'll notice he bends his upper body away from the opponent as he kicks, as we saw there. That takes him a little out of position to follow up with his hands. Fenton, you notice the upper body is straight up, ready to punch, following up his kicks.
Casey Hazelwood in the red pants going against Jason Fenton in the white. A couple of super welterweights.
Set him up, Jake. Come on. Yeah. Attack. Where to go, Jason? Yes. An answer.
Big left from Hazelwood.
Biggest punch of the fight belonged to Hazelwood. That left hook rocked Fenton back into the ropes.
Jason, you got 3 kicks. Let's go.
See in Fenton's eyes, he hasn't shaken off that punch yet.
Fenton got in the hook on Hazelwood. And now Fenton in trouble.
Hazelwood's hands are just too fast for Fenton in those close proximity. Fenton just needs to keep his hands up. Even if he has to take a few punches on the gloves, it's better than what he's doing now.
Leaving himself wide open on his attacks.
Let's go. Where to go? Yes. That's it. Go, go, go. Go, baby, go. Come on. Blow the big bomb.
I've never seen a bait that would do all this.
His best round in round 3.
That left hook was the best punch of the fight for either fighter. You can see in Fenton's eyes, he was a little stunned, didn't quite know what to do after the punch. These flurries by Hazelwood just come too fast for Fenton. Fenton, you notice his hands are low, they're a little confused. Just needs to bring them up next to his head, keep his elbows in, and weather the storm.
And the storm is in the name of Casey Hazelwood. Back to action now in round 4, the final round in this super welterweight full contact fight. Again, Fenton eats the leather again. Hazelwood.
2 tremendous right hands by Hazelwood. One a counter off a missed spinning back fist.
Fenton trapped in his own corner.
Fenton is in real trouble. The worst we've seen in this fight.
Referee Danny Snell looking very closely at Fenton. Does he want to stop it?
Spinning back fist rocked Fenton, landed flush on the side of the head.
I think that's going to be it. He's going to get an 8 count. Danny Stell, the referee, will give Jason Fenton an 8 count.
Fenton absorbed 3 big right hands and a spinning back fist in those flurries.
Behind the jab and the block.
Real credit that he's even still on his feet. Fighting back.
He's got to, or else Hazelwood will just mazzle him. Blood coming from under the right eye of Fenton, perhaps his nose as well.
Fenton fighting back, but he doesn't have anything on his kicks and punches. Hazelwood's just stalking him, trying to set him up for the kill.
Fenton may have won the first couple of rounds. Hazelwood certainly the last 2. It could be a very interesting decision. Should it go that far? 15 seconds to go.
10 seconds.
Fenton now taking another punishment against the ropes. And that is the end of this super welterweight fight between Casey Hazelwood in the red and Jason Fenton. Bowing at the feet of Troy Dorsey. Certainly Dorsey, a hero to many kickboxers around the world. And now Casey Hazelwood and Jason Fenton wait for the decision. Action from the last round.
4th round, very bad one for Jason Fenton. Absorbed many punches to the head. Hazelwood, his fast hands just couldn't be matched by Fenton. Fenton could not keep him off throughout the entire round. If Hazelwood had not fatigued near the end, could have won by knockout. From the overhead camera, you can see the accuracy of Hazelwood's punches. The spinning back fist followed right behind with the left hook. Very difficult combination to execute and land.
Had to be the most devastating combination of the whole fight.
See how low the left hand was on Fenton. That right overhand punch by Hazelwood just landing flush on the side of the face, up a little high to put a fighter down. Needs to be down closer to the chin, but nonetheless, tremendous power.
So Jason Fenton waits now for the decision. Actually fairly successful in the first 2 rounds, not quite as aggressive as Casey Hazelwood though.
Here again is that combination. We'll see it one more time. Very tough to execute that combination well, particularly for an amateur. Now, these are experienced amateurs, over around 20 fights for each of them. But still, that was picture perfect.
So both fighters back to the center of the ring and awaiting the decision of the judges here in San Jose.
Ladies and gentlemen, before announcing the decision of this non-stop 4-round battle, let's hear it for both of these competitors here tonight. And to the scorecards we go. The first judge saw the action deadlocked at 37-37. The next 2 scores, 38.5 to 37. And 38.5 to 36. The winner by majority decision from Sherman, Texas, Casey Hazelwood.
Well, Mike Sawyer, if you tuned in just to the final 2 rounds of that fight, you wouldn't think it was
And
that
let's give it
close.
up for
But
Jason
Fenton
Fenton
did have a good early fight and did make it close.
He did. It took a while for Casey Hazelwood to really get the accuracy with his hands, but the last few rounds were all his. I agree with the decision, particularly with that standing 8 count. It had to go to Casey Hazelwood.
Congratulations to Casey Hazelwood. Back with more ISKA action right after this.